What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Luxago live stream. My name is Jacob. It's good to be back. I am feeling a little bit better. One of my ears, guys, finally popped back. I'm very happy. I can finally hear at least in one ear, but it's good to be here. I'm praying this doesn't glitch again. Let's see here. Okay, looks like we're good. The bot is just non-existent today. It just wants to do what it wants to do, I guess. I was even trying to ping it in the other chat. It wasn't popping up, so I don't necessarily know why it's gone. I don't know where the hell it is. I did take caffeine, yes. I tried the unlisted trick today to where the main stream was unlisted and then I made it public after the other stream was public, so maybe that'll fix it. But lots to go over, guys. Bitcoin testing that 60K level that we talked about. So today's going to be like a cycle overview, something that we definitely want to discuss a little bit with what's going on. Somebody said, hey, I'm back. I'm trying to... Okay, that's coming from the other stream. So why the... Let me see. Exclamation Discord again. Let's try for the 100th time in the other stream. I don't fully understand why the bot isn't existing anywhere, which is weird. If you guys see, you're trying to ping it in the mainstream as well. I don't know where it is. Okay. Well, hopefully that stays. So hopefully it shows up at some point. Otherwise, we can't do Bitcoin predictions. So keep pinging it, see what happens. It's not in either stream. I don't know why. But either way, we're going to do some cycle talk today. Go over the previous cycle we had, you know, in 2020 and what we're going to look at this year. Bot only works if Bitcoin's above 65K. Nice. That's a good one. But, yeah, still stuffed up. Still got a cough, and I do feel better. I finally had an ear pop, which is nice. We're trying to get it fully, hopefully, back to normal by the end of the week. Either way, y'all know the drill. We're still gonna do the giveaway on Friday, guys. If you have it, if you're a giveaway, whatever, reach out to you. Today's like my catch-up day, so I will be getting back to you again and getting those to you soon. So don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. But yeah, guys, lots to go over. Let's go ahead and pull up the screen here, though. Talk a little bit about you know, the overall price of Bitcoin, where it's at, the cycle to discuss. You know, we're trading above 60K, which, like we said, we're wanting to at least see this thing trade above that 60K mark. Overall news, what are we talking about? BK sent me something. Let's see here. Nothing too crazy today. Still, you know, potential retaliation on Iran for Israel, but we don't know, obviously, what that's going to end up doing to the market. I know the GBP, aka the UK, had their CPI today. They pretty much hit 3.2%. They hit pretty much as predicted. It's less than last year. Or I don't know if that's reporting of last quarter. I can't remember what the previous is when it's year over year. So that could, you know, that could have some effect. We do have the euro later today. They were CPI. This is also CPI, the euro, later today at 5 Eastern. So pay attention to that. Obviously, the entire world markets react to each other's own CPI, so there'll be somewhat of reaction on those reports, but not obviously as major as our own personal CPI. But remember, tomorrow we got 10 a.m. have the, where is it? This is Wednesday still. Yeah, there you go. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Well, besides initial jobless claims, pre-market like always, we got existing home sales at 10 a.m. So nothing too crazy, but we'll keep a focus on that. And then we do have, the 20-year auction. I think that's today. Let me go back to Wednesday. Do we have that? It could be wrong. I know, BK, you said something about that. Let me just filter this out. It's going to drive me nuts. Somewhere in there. Somewhere in there is coming up. There we go. Yeah, 20-year auction. I think it's going to come out here. No, it already came out. So that already hit the tape. Should have. But yeah. Can we finally look at balls? Goodness gracious. Lots to talk about, though. Lots to talk about. The halving is going to be an interesting thing coming up here on Friday. Well, we might be, you know, it's predicted at 7 p.m. So come Monday, we'll chat about it. But 2 days, 6 hours left. 300 blocks remaining, guys. That's insane. It's crazy. We're already to another halving. So quite interesting. Gold, yet again, continuously holding up over this 2300 level. We'll go over that in a little bit, but I do want to talk about, you know, the halving charts, what we've seen over the past years. Today's like a cycle update kind of day. But guys, thanks for being here. I wish the bot would react somewhere, but let's JB said there's a lot of fun out there. Saying bubble pop isn't just fun. Hey man, this is just cycle movements, my friend. It's not anything too major. Like I said, if you are ever worrisome about what's happening, just zoom out to a weekly chart. I promise you'll feel a lot better about yourself. You know, it's not often, or we haven't really touched all-time highs in cycles with halving, right? So as you can see here, I'm just gonna go ahead and maximize this a little bit, y'all. It's kind of a little bit hard to see. We'll go over this in a second, but like in 2020, we had a 76% increase come the halving. So when it happened, though, it was sitting below all-time highs. It was sitting, I mean, if I were to even pull a percentage here, I could show you, but you can see it's probably sitting roughly about the same percentage from all-time highs that it was before. It's just a part of the process, my friends. We've had such an awesome move this year that it's, I mean, we've discussed this potential consolidation / retracement for a while above that 60K mark. I mean, we're pretty much just seeing it like we've been talking about it for weeks. So I'm not really too stressed out about it, especially that we're still trading in the 60s, which is crazy. So y'all remember us talking in the 40s. I mean, we were streaming when we were in the 40K level, so I wouldn't be too freaked out about it. Lots to go about. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat for a second. Let's see here, dude. Like, why? I don't understand why the bot is just non-existent today. What happened to it? You know, I guess I could go into, guys, give me a brief second. I'm going to go into our settings here and get rid of it on the moderator thing and then remod it. And then we're going to get going here. We'll just have to do the... we'll just have to do, what's it called? The predictions after it actually shows up. It shouldn't be... yeah, no, it says it's on, so I guess we'll just come back to it. All right, guys. 52K still in play. I mean, we'll talk about 52K when it even gets close to that price. It's not even worth talking about it. 60K's biggest mark is because of this open-close high on the weekly we talked about. Very high volume level right there between 55 and 60. So until it breaks into that area, we're not really going to talk about like 50,000 yet. I mean, it just has to get down there first if we want to full on discuss it. But we're going to go over some historical charts here in a second. But that being said, if you're new to the stream, welcome. We appreciate you being here. We do have a membership called the HODL Gang. It's only $1 a month. We do a $300 giveaway every Friday, so long as we hit 120 likes, and that is going to go about today, guys. So make sure you smash that like button. Right now, say about 15 on the vertical stream. Make sure between both streams you hit the like button, and we'll do a $300 giveaway this Friday. We need to hit 120 likes. We're sitting at about close to like 40 right now. So make sure you smash that like button. Goodness gracious. Your boy's been a little sick, but he's starting to feel a little bit better, which is good. Sorry, just trying to get us in line here. But if you are a HODL Gang member, you do get 5 entries to every $300 giveaway on Friday versus just 1 if you're an average viewer. But let's go ahead and get the Pepe wheel up here. If you guys are new here, if you one thing you need to know is that we do take y'all suggestions every single day before the full stream starts. Obviously, this is just our intro segment, and what we do is we throw up our old pal Pepe here. Pepe keeps track of which symbols we go over. Usually, yo, Rael, welcome to the HODL Gang, my friend, dude. Guys, HODL Gang's in the chat for Rael. Welcome, my friend. Appreciate you being here. And he just locked in 5 extra entries on every Friday giveaway. So appreciate you. But guys, if you want anything specific analyzed today besides Bitcoin and all the majors, throw it in the chat right now. I'm going to put it on the Pepe wheel. Pepe picks, you know, what we go over in what order. But I take whatever suggestions you guys want. We throw it on the wheel, and then we get to it, okay? So starting off, let me see the HODL Gang wants. We got FTM up there from Jockey. Dame wants balls, dude. We're not going to cover balls. Goodness gracious. OP. I haven't really looked at OP. Type in FTM here for sure. FTM. OP. My pen. That's plenty of ink in it. Just needs to freaking get going. Ton. SUI. Mira. Dame with the balls, dude. Just chill. Chill with that crap. SEI I'll put up there. Why do you want to go over it though? It's you know my thoughts on meme coins though. There's not really much to go over on it. You already know my thoughts on that. Filecoin. BCH. We know what he wants. We know what the man wants. fetch. We went over fetch yesterday. We got FTM on the board. Tesla. This man wants Tesla. We haven't done Tesla in a minute. Let's see Tesla. Talk about Tesla. It was a little weak today, man. What's this pen doing? Matic. Whatever Matic yesterday. BNB. We could do TIA. TIA is a lot better than balls, dude. It's a real thing. Yeah, I need to find a better set of pens. Probably the same thing I had before. Gala, SEI. I got SEI on there already for you, Crypto Book. BNB. Let's see, BNB. I know we took our trade out there earlier before. Yeah, we talked BNB. We didn't do that yesterday. BNB. We got guys over here with Link. I know we went over potentially Link yesterday. We can start to break down. I know we discussed that $13 level. We did go over Link yesterday, so if you go back in yesterday's stream, you can see that analysis on Link. Book of Meme. Goodness gracious. Gold, man said. Come on, guys. It's gold. Goodness gracious. Let me hold on, let me pull up our other music here so we're not sitting with the same crap. I think this one.
When we finally got down to something which the individual says he really wants to do,
all right.
I will say to him,
Jasmy, BMX.
Forget the money.
Why are you leveraging on balls, Dane? What?
If you say that getting the money is the most important.
Solana, we always go over Solana, guys. V-Chain, Solana's a major we always go over. Rose, people ask. Arrow, we went over Arrow yesterday.
That is to go on doing things you don't like doing.
MNT. Jasmy. We didn't do Jasmy yesterday.
That is full of what you like doing. Than a long life.
Goodness gracious to say. Jasmy's not bad. I guess we could do that one. I saw another person ask for that too. Guys, if there's anything specific you want to go over, throw it in the chat. I'll throw it on the board if it's one we haven't gone over this week yet. We always go over Solana. We always go over Bitcoin, Ethereum, all that. We're going to talk a little bit about what? Oh, nuts. Where did Render end up? It's still dipping, guys. Remember, we're watching that $7 level on Render. Goodness gracious. Dennis, what are you doing? GFI. I thought I saw that somewhere. We got GRT. Flux. I haven't looked at Flux. Flux. Man, everything's just, it's crazy. The amount of red we've seen. We haven't talked about Flux in a minute. We can put that on there like that. No, I need a better pen. This one's not doing the job. It looks okay for you guys though, which is good. Render. Somebody said, please send money to my account. Come on, guys. Guys, is there anything specific you want to go over? We're going to go over Solana already. We're going to go over... We went over FET yesterday. Dusk from Moorland. This one, I think... Did we look over this before? We kind of liked it. I like Dusk. Let's do that one. Alright, one more. The first two people to put in the same symbol that's not balls. I'm watching you, Dame. We will go over. So the first time I see two people put in the same symbol. Guys, if you're in the vertical format of the stream right now, you are not in the main stream. Make sure you click on the YouTube profile. You jump over to the widescreen format or horizontal format. That's where you're going to get the most out of the stream, all right? So make sure you jump over into that, and would love to see you there. That's where we do the giveaways on Friday as well. Shaku, we were never near yesterday, Bonk. STX. Looks like STX is the move there. We got Land Crypto. Let's do STX. That's a pretty sought after one. So, board's filled, my friends. That's what we're going to go over today. We're going to go over OP, SEI, Tesla, TIA, BNB, Jasmy, Flux, Dusk, STX, and FTM. Thanks for putting in y'all suggestions. We do this every day at roughly 1:30 Eastern. It's been later just because I've been sick. But thanks again for throwing in your suggestions, and we'll touch base on those. Remember, on Friday, if we can hit 120 likes today, on Friday, we're going to be doing a $300 giveaway, and we do a $300 giveaway every single Friday. We're going to go over Solana. Don't worry. Solana's always one we go over. We usually use the wheel for pretty much altcoins, things, or like things we don't normally touch on. So appreciate everybody being here. Let's is the bot back? Have we tested the bot? Stream audio is dipping in and out. Anybody else having that issue? Doesn't look like it is on my end, but could be wrong. Is stream audio dipping in and out? Hodl gang. You're going to be down on everything, Dennis. You're going to be down on everything. That's just part of it right now. Unless like you've been buying for a while. I got to change that logo, Brad. I got to change it. All right. Let's get into charting, my friends. Let's get to the charts. All right. I'm going to start with Bitcoin. Yeah, remember, we're on the new streaming PC, so we're just trying to... You know what I just realized? I'm an idiot. I just realized I am streaming through... I'll fix that. I'll fix that later. I'm going to be streaming over Wi-Fi. What am I doing? I didn't hook in my Ethernet's hooked into the other PC. All right, that's fine. We'll figure that out later. Now that we just moved over. This is the background. What do you mean the background music's dipping? Is it going in and out? Well, it's going to go in and out because the songs change. Audio is breaking. I don't know. That's weird. Okay. I don't know. Hopefully we don't have any issues. It might. That's why I said I might need to just get Ethernet. Let's just go. Let's keep going. All right. Sorry for any issues today. Remember, we're still getting the other part of the stream locked in. So, yeah, we are streaming over Wi-Fi this time. I bet. All right. So Bitcoin right now. Remember that 60K mark was the key here. The 60K was the key here. As we can see right now, we are back up at 61.323. Wow, did that jump? Big bounce. Look at that. There you go. I mean, guys, like, where does this line come from? Like, where does this line come from? The bot's not work. The bot's AFK, Bolo. When the bot shows its pretty little face, we will do Bitcoin predictions. But it's just not working. It's back and forth. But bouncing off that 60K mark, you know, that's what we had on the weekly charts. If we go back on the weekly, you can see that previous open close high sitting up there, 60,084. So pretty much 60 on the mark. Even like I would give this room down to roughly this open close here, 57.5. Like, here's, you know, a good range for a bounce, but the that closest open close high up there on the weekly is that 60K mark. If we dive into that 4 hour, though, you can see beautifully bouncing off it. Dive into a 15 as well, beautifully bouncing off it, showing that support, which is really nice. Got that bullish divergence coming into that 15 minute as well, which is real nice. So overall, that, you know, Josh coming into play too looks good. That 60K is our big watch, right? We said, you know, if it's going to trade above 60, we're happy. So this is clean retracement, especially on a weekly chart, for, you know, nice consolidation on Bitcoin here. So not too bad for the Bitcoin price. Now, the 4 hour there, though, like I said, you know, if we, like yesterday, we went into this discussing the idea of we're 100% bearish on this because of the current structure. Sorry, guys, I'm going to go live on Instagram really quickly. Forgot to go live on there. Yo, what's up, Instagram? Welcome back to the Lux Algo live stream. About to get into Bitcoin here and go over some of the halving, the previous moves with the halving. So, Appreciate you being here. Make sure you, if you want the full format of the stream, you jump into the main YouTube channel. You should see 2 streams. One of them is a horizontal format, widescreen format. You'll get the best out of that stream. So I appreciate you being here. Let's keep going, my friends. All right. So, yeah, that 60K balance was pretty much key here. Sorry, I'm double. Okay, sorry. That 60K bounce is pretty much key here, and that's what we're getting so far. But obviously, if we want an actual reversal setup, we need to break into bullish structure. That being said, for the 4-hour break would be roughly that 64,500 level. Otherwise, we're still in bear structure. What do we say is if price continues to break and close below previous lower lows and setting lower highs, it's still in bear structure. You can see the way it's treated these imbalances pretty easily there. Just rejected there, and easily rejected here as well at 64K. So coming off that, not the best here, going to touch that 60K mark. But remember, again, weekly time frame, we discussed consolidation in these 60s, trading over 60, we're happy. But if we go to that daily as well, the consolidation is very nice. So I would like to see today, if it can, closing up over that 62K mark. That would be really nice. Man said, can you please tell me where can max Bitcoin go down? What? Why? Let me look into the future real quick and tell you that. No, there's no, I can't just sit here. I mean, because if for some reason there's a new world war, there's no telling where this could go. But, you know, if there was for some reason some downside move that we were to have, you know, we're watching this open close weekly high there, somewhere in between 50 and 40, what was that, 47? If that were to be some aggressive news that drives it that low. But, you know, we're taking it day by day. So long as we're trading above 60, we're still in a very nice formation to continue into the halving. So, guys, today, watch for that close over that 62K yet again. Yesterday, we got the close over 62K. Let's see it again. It'd be nice. We're wicking to the 60s. Last time we wicked to the 60s, we closed back up over 64 nearly. If that happens today, or we close back up over 62, that previous low there, it's all good. We'll continue to watch it from there. But as you can see, here you go. Here's your daily. I mean, we've been through this already, so there's nothing. It's nothing new to us. But consolidation is always good for that next move. Bitcoin will always consolidate for a decent while before it makes major moves. We've seen it a billion times. Like up here. Remember when we first talked about this during the in December? We had that crazy consolidation for, you know, I'm not even going to count, from December all the way until February, right? Crazy consolidation off that 40K mark. We didn't know where it wanted to go, but usually what happens is when Bitcoin makes these consolidations, it eventually has a very large run to whichever direction, right? That could mean the downside, but according to the cycle, more than likely it would be that upside, because we are predicting roughly 100K this year, if not more. But for now, this is just typical Bitcoin. We've been in such a, days on this massive bull run that, we're like, oh, why isn't it going anywhere? Well, I mean, we forget that, in the past, few years, in 2023, we literally went nowhere, right? We had a whole freaking year of doing nothing. So it's just part of it, my friends. It's just good to see good volume in the markets right now. Wow, this thing's bouncing aggressively. Holy crap. Okay. Holy cow. Let's go. Lovely bounce back. Guess what? That's a weekly level. You would have had a 2% trade off of that if you just respected the weekly level. 60, right? 60K, all that comes from is that previous open close high there back when we talked about it. Obviously 60K psychological as well, but you go to that 15-minute there, you could have had literally one of the best scalps just coming from a weekly level and seeing, bullish divergence on a freaking oscillator too, right there. Boom. Bullish divergence locked in. Overall, man, what a bounce so far. That's insane. Let's go. Yeah, short squeeze, pretty much. I mean, people finally covering, which would be interesting with that leverage. You hear me? All right. That being said, though, lovely that it's already back up. Good thing we didn't do Bitcoin, or I guess kind of upsetting we didn't do Bitcoin predictions. You did that 20... What? Dude, DK, great job, man. Man's ripping off a weekly level. That's awesome. Good job, man. All right, guys. But yeah, that being said, Bitcoin not too bad. Let's get into halving talk, though. Okay, I want to go over this. So, those of you that are on the vertical stream, it's not going to look. You're not going to be able to see everything. So, I would highly suggest jumping into the other stream so we can get into this. Okay. I do want to roughly. I wish I could pull up drawing tools on this. Okay. So let's get it. Actually, I can show you. We'll start here. I can move it. That's nice. Can I move it? Okay. So obviously, guys, the first halving, we had a 416% increase the year before halving. So the halving happened in November of 2012, a year before. It was sitting, down here at $3 or whatever. Had a 400% increase. After that, right, didn't really have that much of a dip. It just hovered at the all-time highs. Now, this was a very low price for Bitcoin. This was back in 2012, right? 7,000% increase, okay? We can kind of get that out of the picture now because that was back before, Bitcoin was even a major thing in the market. Going into 2016, Bitcoin started picking up with the talk because it, showed that it, was going to be worth $1,000. We saw that. We had a 110% increase from the year before the halving. So that being said, right now, with June 2016 to June 2015, we had a 110% increase. After that, slight dip, as you can see there. It's very, I don't know if I can zoom. Very much so a slight dip. Can I pull this up on I probably can't. I think I'm just leave it here. Very slight dip there, as you can see. And then beautiful 283% increase into another all-time high. So it did dip below all-time highs because that was sitting back here. If you could see this, sitting back there, price was still under it going after the halving, right? So, I put it on a dark screen. It doesn't. I mean, you can see the numbers, right? It's not, as long as you can see it say 283, it's fine. I'm not going to waste my time. Otherwise, the stream's just going to be all weird. Okay. 283% increase a year after July 16 happening, right? Into July 17, 283%. Then, even after that, another 600%, right? Finally finds that dip. Comes into the third, which was the last one we were a part of in 2020, right? A year before that was still below all-time highs. It ran up, retested all-time highs, dipped right into the halving, dipped, but then recovered slightly, okay? Recovered quite slightly. And then ended up being still a 76% increase going into that halving in May of 2020. 1 year later, May of 2021, we were up 423% from the previous year, right? You see the pattern here, 76% increase from 1 year to, from May 19 to May 20, right? So May 2021, 423% increase. Now, this is where we're at, right? That we have ours April 19th. Let's hop into the Bitcoin chart, right? Let's go to the daily on the Bitcoin chart. Okay. Let's go back to a year ago, right? April 19th, 1 year ago. Okay. If I go to April 19th in 2023, November, October, September, July, almost there, back here, right? Let's do April, March, April, here you go. April 19th, boom, right here. Here's your April 19th price. Where are we at, right? Where's the price? You can see this dotted line here is our price. We are right now sitting at 113% increase. Let's go back. Let's go back to this chart. The last halving into 2020, we were at a 76% increase. The one before that, we were at 110% increase, right? The first one, we were at 416% increase. So seeing the fact that we're sitting above the previous one, we're sitting above the second one. So second and third, we're still sitting at a more increase than we were. That was 110%, right? We're sitting at 113%. Like, that's where it's like, you don't... This is where you got to take what's happened before and put it, into an aspect of, okay, hey, we're actually not that far off from where we're supposed to be. If not, we're better off than where we're supposed to be, right? This 113% increase from a year ago. Okay, so that's not that bad, right? So 113%, let's see if it hovers into Friday, right? Roughly, it's going to be probably 100%. Let's then go ahead and go back into that chart again here. So let's just talk about the last one, right? Last one, when this happened, it hovered. Can I zoom? Let's zoom. There we go. We can zoom. Perfect. Sorry. All right. Yeah, that's like a coughing fit. All right. So here's your weekly chart. Here's your year, right? Consolidation into that year. Look what happened. It even dipped shortly after, then made its move, right? If we go back to the one before, here's the halving. Came off a high, roughly, right? Came off a high, and then it dipped slightly, then made its move, right? So look how it respected previous high. Respected previous high there. And we come into this day. All it did was respect the range that it was in. Hey guys, give me 1 second. I actually been waiting on this call, but again, wait, watch. Just this should take 2 seconds. Sorry. All right, we back. I'm trying to get rid of this car that I have forever, and this guy was repairing it. And I've been waiting on that call forever because literally tomorrow have a potential buyer. So it's nice to know that he was able to look at it today. Okay. 113% increase, right? So, you know, that's on track like we discussed. That being said, you know, not much of a dip happened the one before, right? This is 2020. Right, halving. Here's this halving. Small little dip. Massive rally. But that was below all-time highs. And then this was the very first one. Literally zero volume, so it doesn't really matter. But again, small dip below all-time highs. Here was your all-time high before. Here's your small dip. So you can see there. But not much, right? Very, very small dip. You had maybe 4 red weeks in a row, but held up over previous highs. Then made a mega rally into 2017. And then here, consolidation, another mega rally comes in, and now here we are, right? So that's the biggest thing to me is coming into this, guys. If we're going to hold on that weekly, right? If we're going to hold in that 70, 100 or 75 to 100%, you know, gain from last April. So we're sitting at 113. If we're going to hold between 75% and 100%, the cycle is going to be right in line with what we're going to be seeing into that next push, because consolidation here is everything. If we can just get consolidation above like 55K, obviously we've talked about 60, but even 55K is safe. I think we're going to be really, really nice going into this next push into that 100K range. So the cycle has already set its boundaries, right? It's already there. So it's a matter of just continuing it, right? And that's the whole point of this current stream today, is discussing. It's like the cycle is the cycle. You don't sway away from it. You just stick to it. And so it's a little different market. There's a lot more volume. There's, the entire stock market, or the entire Wall Street is a part of it now, which is quite interesting. So we might see some more volatility, but overall, the cycle is still there. And talking about the cycle, we have a very interesting chart here from, this is, what's it called? This is the hodler's cheat sheet. It's quite funny. So right now, we're going into the halving. So there's doubt. Is the halving priced in, right? There's the doubt section we're in. Y'all can't see this on the vertical stream. That's why you should join the horizontal stream, by the way. Then there's hope, a recovery is possible. And then calm, let's wait for, what does that say? Confirmation. And then optimism, this rally is real. So it's literally, let me make sure, yeah, okay. So it's literally, the same thing. Here's your circles, right? Here's the perfect spiral. This is Bitcoin's price since its birth, right? Look, it's created a beautiful circle. It's still there. That's why they call it the cycle, right? So in this case, our next, all-time high should line up with the previous all-time highs. The next pivotal all-time high, I should say, not just all-time high, because every time this goes dark green, as you can see on this chart, it ran for all-time highs, right? So the next all-time high, right? The next pivotal one before it goes back to hit a low, right, would be, at the end, or at the end of 2025 should be that pivotal all-time high. You can see 2026 landing right here. So it's at the very end of 2025, somewhere around there, we should be hitting a pivotal all-time high. And you can see there's that 100K mark lining up there. So it should be up here above that 100K if that cycle continues. The cycle's done it since 2012, so why wouldn't it continue? That's the biggest thing. Euphoria, I'm a genius. Thrill, gotta tell everyone to buy. That's so funny. So we'll definitely see if this cycle does want to continue. History tends to repeat itself, so we'll definitely see. You can see here, even notice red is when it dips, right? So last year, the last time it dipped, after it was midway through 2021. At the halfway point to 2021. So we might see a dip. Let's say if this cycle does continue, you can see it dipped even there and a little bit there. Would be halfway through 2025. So we do have a little bit of, potential 100K movements into the end of this year. So it could be really nice to see like it has before, peaking at the end of the year. So that's the biggest watch right now. But overall, we're not going to full on just sit here and say, okay, Bitcoin's going to 30K again. Not until it happens, right? So it's like the cycle's there. We respect the cycle until it breaks, right? So if the cycle's going to continue, which it already shown going into this year, breaking all-time highs. The halving, for those of you that don't know, all it is it cuts the reward in half for Bitcoin. For the miners, that means more processing power to collect that reward, right? So there's less supply being added to the market, indicating that the price is going to go up so long as the demand's there. But overall, we've seen what happened to demand with Bitcoin. It's been insane. So it's all in line. Like the stars are fully in line. We have the solar eclipse, man. Nothing can predict it more than that solar eclipse lining up beautifully with almost the halving date. So very exciting times coming up on Friday. So we'll be talking about it. But yet again, like we said, April 19th. Now it's at 6:53, so we'll be talking about that day as well. But overall, that, like I said, April. Let's look at this one more time. We're up 113%, right? Like we said. Let me go back to April of 23. This week right here. Okay, so we're up roughly. Now this says 122, but if I were to take it exactly, 113%. Let's just do that really quickly. Let me adjust this. Okay, so there's your 113% now. Remember what we said, if cycle would be good if we're at least 50% or higher. I'm going to just say 70% or higher. So let's just say if we were 70% from that last April, that would put us at 50K. I doubt we're going to touch 50K by Friday. Okay. I doubt we're going to touch 50K by Friday. This guy said, Jacob, what's your thoughts on the next coin? Is Bitcoin to be replaced? What? Okay. Well, we're not, I mean, until that actually becomes a thing, there's no reason to even put it out there. I don't think Bitcoin's going to be replaced anytime soon. I think maybe when we're dead. Once Bitcoin's fully mined, then it'll be replaced, and we'll be dead by the time that happens. All right, so yeah, 72%. If we were to say 70%, that puts us at 50K. It's like overall that cycle, even with 70%, would be solid. It's like, so it just doesn't, in my opinion, we're sitting very pretty at this current moment in time. And why it kind of sucks for new people getting into Bitcoin, but it's also exciting when you understand the cycle, and why I like to go over it on stream. Because technically, there's going to necessarily be always opportunity until Bitcoin's fully mined. And then at that point, then price is going to be whatever price we want it to be, right? We're going to be trading it so long as, you know, similar to like the, there's no cycle basis in like the ES or like the NQ. It's like all comes, you know, with the overall economy and how we're growing as, you know, the overall country and the stock market, stuff like that. So it's like, I mean, the difference here is that there's actually the idea of less generated supply within Bitcoin to drive the price higher. So it's quite interesting, but lots of hope, my friends. Lots of hope. Let me see here. Vibe said he's long 30K. Yeah, great job, man. Freaking killing it. Is the halving priced in? Right. That's the that's the whole point of this thing. It's doubt. Is the halving priced in? You guys can see that on that stream. But that's literally what this thing says right now. The doubt is, that's the question on this hodler's cheat sheet. It literally says doubt. Is the halving priced in? That's so funny you said that. That's so funny. Okay. So yeah, Bitcoin 60K, hold up. We're looking good. Let's hit 100K this year, guys. Come on. Let's get it. Let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum a little bit different, obviously. ETH, just Jay chilling over 3K. We talked about 3K. We just wanted to see this thing close up above last week's low of 2850, right? Use my crystal ball. Come on, man. Crystal ball. Let me look at it real quick. All I see is, this is what I see. Wait, no, you're gonna see right through it because it's there. That's what I see through mine. Straight blur. The green screen just went into effect there. That's weird. Mac error. Look at him wanting the Mac error so bad. Mac doesn't have errors, right? That being said, I might watch my stream just crash immediately. Okay. What will it be priced against in 120 years? Tom, come on, man. Come on, man. You're killing me here. You're killing me. All right. Previous pivotal point on Ethereum. That 618 coming into play off of the 2850 level. So, you know, this is pretty nice, to be honest. This retracement's not bad. We did want to see that 3500 hold up. Didn't hold up. But that's okay. You know, ETH's been a little bit of a lagger. Our beautiful levels, which we always talk about, were beautifully targeted and rejected off the 4K mark. We discussed that all the way in this rally. So right now, consolidation above 3K. We're happy. We did discuss 2,500 would be that next level if for some reason we got the full-on retracement to 25K. Or sorry, 2,500. So keep an eye on potentially breaking all the way down there if, you know, the markets take a turn for the worst. But again, I don't necessarily think they would. Unless, like, obviously World War III were to just kind of peek its head and we go into an all-out war, which so far it's seeming, since a lot of us are on the side of protecting the Middle East in its attacks, then, you know, it's seeming we're okay with each other kind of helping out as we can. So we'll see how it goes. But that previous low, 2850, I would want to see us, you know, at least this week close over that. So 2850 there is that low. Closing over 3K this week would be even better. But if we do bounce You know, that, you know, we talked about 3,200. I'll be joining you in the draft. Sure, let's go. Let's get it. Here's just, you know, trying to set the same exact level there. World War III priced in, time to moon. Let's do it. And also, not just World War III, but this guy. I don't think we'll go to 52 because my portfolio can't handle it, and I've already fully DCA'd. How does everyone DCA and then still have dry powder left? I always end up with no DCA powder left. That's awesome. That's how my portfolio can't handle it. I don't think we're going to go there. Yeah, so having priced in, I mean, it very much could be. I think so, too. I think it is. Like we said, we're in the doubt phase of the psychological market cycle, right, of Bitcoin. And it literally says, is the halving priced in? That's so funny. All right, so ETH showing us that potential bounce right now off that 3K, making sure 3K is locked in, right? Oscillator is sitting kind of pretty. It did break, like we said yesterday. It did create that bullish turning point. Ended up creating a bearish turning point yet again, but it's still sitting above those lows. So would like to see this thing get up and close over 3,200. 31 now, 31.26. But again, if we went full structure shift, 3,200 is that price, my friends. You can see here it coming into play if you even pull those open close lows to the wicks there. This kind of range here is rough on a 4-hour. If we can get through that, we'll probably start seeing more buyers step in, and then maybe 3,300 will get cleared. So long as we can get 3,300, I would say 3,200, but like to be safe, honestly, just take it to 3,300. If we can clear that, we can maybe start clearing out some of these imbalances up here and then go back to 35. So the biggest thing is first touching 3,200 to show us maybe, today's the day or that day is the day, whenever it does happen. So 3,200 pretty key here. So you can see that's where that chotch is as well, which shows us a nice structural shift too. So looking really good there if we can get up through that price point. So keep a close eye on that for that break and retest of 3,500 at some point. So long as, we treat this as a nice retracement, which I'm praying, we do on Ethereum. Now, that's if it doesn't, we have high hopes in Bitcoin anyway. So Solana, my friends, let's go to Solana.
Who's your daddy?
Let's mark that level again. Did we have it on the tether? So, if you were on stream yesterday and have been on stream at all times, we talked about 137 being that price point that we were watching if we were to get the dip. And it just so happens that 137 decided to be our money maker. Mama, shake it for me. Shake your money maker for me right here, Solana, at 137. Because even though I'm sick and my ears hurt, this gets me excited. 137 being fully on respected. 130 is obviously, it did fully touch, but again, the daily there, continuous candle closes over the weekly level is just like, it's just, oh my gosh, it's so nice. It's just so nice. Weekly respect, my friend. Weekly respect. Okay. Weekly respect. Let's go to that weekly. Where does that weekly respect come into play? Well, y'all know the drill. I mean, this thing just so happened to be open close low and an open close very strong pivotal point right there. Very strong pivotal point. And as you can see, price already on the weekly as well is trading above it yet again. It also is trading above that previous BOS, which it wicked twice, which is very nice. But going into that daily chart, so long as we continuously, like yesterday and the day before and the day before that and the day before that, close over this 135, 137 level, we are very, very happy. So really, really keep a close eye on this level right here due to the weekly open, close, high, and low pivotal points there with a low and there with a high. Beautiful rejections, beautiful targets. 4 hour here, you know, bounce off it once, traded under it, came back through it again. The daily showing its full-on respect like we wanted it to. Now, what do we need to wait for on the 4 hour? Now, in my opinion, like we've said already, this is not financial advice, but I buy at key levels besides buying every week. Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, I buy every week. But when they hit key weekly levels, I also buy a little extra. Okay, not financial advice, but we hit a key level on the weekly. So what did I do? I think you can solve that equation. But I mean, it's just money. Weekly levels are the best because they're usually at least giving you better off key levels than like a daily. Because a daily, we can mark off key levels on a daily, but they might be too close to each other. When I mark off a weekly level, we have literally a 30-point difference. Okay, so there's just a lot there that can give you good spots to potentially make better opportunity plays, right? So that's why the weekly, we always talk about it. Next up, though, if we do fully close this week above the 136-ish level, this line we have here, we can give it a little wiggle room to the 135 to the 137, but anywhere around or above or at this level, if it continues to react to it, we're happy. So long as we continue to trade over the previous structure, right? Our next target is 173 yet again. So we're going to be watching for the 173 move, and then going from there with 200 along the way as well. So it all comes down to our overall market conditions, right? We've had a little bit of setback across the board, but what did we discuss? Let's jump into now. We're going to go over gold in a second. Our gold trade, remember, we're still in this. Like I said, I'm waiting for 2 consecutive red days. I don't know if today I want to take that final take profit because yesterday was kind of a doji. More than likely today would be it because technically it was a red day. But you can even see here on gold futures it technically wasn't a red day, which is interesting. But yet again, full-on possible closure. We might just close half of this or at least just another, maybe 2 and leave 1 run. We'll talk about that here in just a second. But let's go to the NASDAQ because this is where it's at, okay? So today, if we were to pull from our high, right, we're at 5.29%. And let me show you something real quick. One sec. Did they adjust it? Sorry, I'm looking up. Oh, okay. I guess it was that. Maybe I was saying it wrong this whole time. I said, what is going to happen after the halving? Well, if history repeats itself, we're going to make a nice jump, my friend. Nice jump. Guys, if you're just now your first day part of the stream, we do a $300 giveaway every Friday to give back to our favorite viewers and the people that tune in and chat with us and also are part of our Discord, stuff like that. And all that has to happen is we do have to hit 120 likes. So please hit that like button. And also, if you want to be a part of the giveaway, make sure you tune in on Friday. And you do subscribe. If you're not subscribed, you aren't able to enter the giveaway. But you do need to be a part of the horizontal stream. If you're a part of a vertical format of the stream where you're seeing half of my chart, then make sure you jump over to the main YouTube channel and you click the other stream. That's where we're going to be doing the giveaway on Friday as well. But if you do want 5 entries instead of 1, just join the HODL gang, hit the join button on the main YouTube channel. It's literally $1 every single Friday. You get 5 entries versus 1 entry. So really appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Bitcoin, we really like it into the halving. The fact that we're holding above 60K going into it is a really good sign. So I don't know if we're going to fully dip down to 56, 58, but we'll continue to watch it. 56, 58 is more likely than like the lower 50s. So that's why you tune in every day with us, so we continue to go over it. Okay, So, oh yeah, so market correction, right? So I was wrong about the 5%. I don't know why I thought it was 5%, but doing further research yet again, it's actually 10%. So 10%, more than 20% is considered a bear market. But even though, I mean, 5% to me is still, I would say, a minor correction, because, you know, obviously it's half of a full correction if, you know, 5% is correct. But you can even see, like, even with the retracements we've had on the NASDAQ before, roughly 4.83%. So, yeah, the bot decided to die today. I don't know what's going on. But right here, 4.83% from that previous move. We go back and pull that high. Right now we're sitting at 5.5%. What I would like to see here is actually a potential, you know, retest of, you know, the 17.5 level, right? We're entering that lower order block already today. We're potentially entering that lower order block now. We've already tapped the top of it. 27% order block sitting there. You know, where will it might go from here? Well, you know, in order for a, let's just say, a downtrend to occur, we would need a lower high to be set. So that 18K level on the NASDAQ would be the overall area I would continue to watch this for its next lower high if that were to be a thing. It could easily wick through it, maybe tag 1860, 1870, and go from there. But you know what? From here, 5% down, it's not a bad spot for a nice reset to potentially get us back up into those mid-18s again. So for now, you know, going to that weekly chart as well. I mean, this thing, yet again, you look at it weekly, we do roughly, and what's nice here is right there would be a very, very nice overall correction if we were to have one to kind of set us up maybe for our next move. That just so happens to touch that previous high we set when we officially broke out, right? When we officially broke out here on the NASDAQ, that would reset to claim that next level, right? So that previous high there is sitting roughly at 17K. So, you know, if we were to make that big of a dip, 17K would be nice. But remember, that 17.5 level is pretty much what we're watching right now. I mean, even here, before we made that all-time high run, had a beautiful bear flag or bull flag formation. So if we got that same thing here on a weekly, that could be really nice for that next leg up. Maybe hit that 20K. But I don't think it'd be that crazy this year. So we'll keep a close eye on it. 17.5 right now would be that downside target. After that, we'll talk about more levels. But even on that daily chart like we discussed, that 17.5 lines up beautifully in the middle of that order block. So it could end up being very, very nice off of that level. So let's hop over to the ES. ES here from its high, sitting about, you know, 5% as well. So it's roughly the same. So if we go to the weekly, go to that weekly chart here. Max Trey said, what is the best way to set levels? Best way, in my opinion, is the weekly chart, my friend. Open, close, high is what I always go for. So it's quite interesting because we had a very aggressive slope here on the ES for a while. Very aggressive slope. Ends up breaking here, right? The slope breaks, comes down, and then decides to, you know, potentially that 5K level could be its bouncing point. We talked about 50, 60, right? But did break that very aggressive slope. But man, this thing only had 1, 2, 3 bread weeks and a very strong uptrend, right? So going to the daily chart, you know, down here, we do have a potential area for consideration around that, you know, 50, 60 level that's already trying to bounce from, as you can see right now. So we are extended on the daily for the oscillator, which is a good sign for a nice retracement. But if we go into the 4-hour here on the ES, guys, I mean, and this is just respecting the structure that it's in. Continuous lower highs, continuous lower lows. Can't get better than that. Decided today that, you know, it finally retested a 37% order block, high volume order block there from a previous hammer that it had, right? And then made that massive rally before. So this is a pretty key level, right? Look at the overall rejection here from those highs. Being respected as well. And then you have this pivotal point here, making that order block. Obviously, price drove right through that, but got immediately bought back up on 1 4-hour candle. So very nice to see that this thing was respecting a pretty key level there on the daily and weekly chart. So that is definitely that 50-60 level we talked about is definitely pretty key. But overall, remember what we said with a potential nice correction for this to kind of relax from this mega trend we've been in. It would, more than likely hold up above 5K. So it's nice to see this is actually a good time for that, potential consolidation / reset because it would keep its price above 5,000. So nice on ES there. Continuously watching to see what it wants to do here in the next day and week, because obviously this is our third red week in a row, which is, as you can see here, the last time we had 3 red weeks in a row, what happened? We had 2 bullish weeks to back it up. So if we get something similar to what we had on the ES here, next week would flip bullish, maybe just a tiny bit bullish. Then we might have an aggressive, strong week after that. But here you go. What do you see here? This is a beautiful bull flag pattern that ended up breaking and having a nice rally after that. Same thing happened on the NASDAQ as well. So very, very nice potential move here on the ES. And let's continue to get into... Let's go over to gold really quick. Hodl Gang, is the stream doing well? Stream okay? Let me know. Check my phone real quick. All you guys looking good? Okay, cool. Appreciate it. All right. Hodl Gang strong. There we go. Hey, all right. Demonic, love it, man. All right, so gold. I mean, what do you want to do on gold? Well, what do we say? So long as price continues to close over previous day's highs, we liked it. And then we talked about, the idea of why not wait to take profit once we have 2 bearish days, because we haven't had 2 bearish days in forever, right? We've had 2 bearish days back in March, right? So it's been what, roughly? Well, I mean, I guess it's not forever. Roughly last month, right? The end of last month. So, but again, that's still a long time, especially for gold to have that many bullish days in a row, right? Or repetitive bullish days. So seeing that is actually pretty nice. Yeah, the bot's being a little weird today there, DK. I'm sorry. But as you can see, it's already trying to flip back green. So we'll keep a close eye on gold today because we're still in that long gold trade that we discussed. If gold on if gold on the spot there on a Wanda closes bullish, then we'll continue to hold the end of that position we've been in, because we took profits along the way, and now we're just holding our last little bit, waiting for it to make that continuation. So really keep a close eye on gold right now. It could be a really nice continuation into that 2400 yet again. But as like we said, so long as we continue to show no 2 bearish days, like we previously had consolidation, we're trying to potentially show consolidation now. We're still bullish on gold. So so yeah, so we go into that 4-hour time frame, go down a little bit. Consolidation is coming into play, but look how it's respecting these previous highs here. Great respect. Respect. I get no respect. All right, so there you go. Very nice. So long as that continues to show us what we want to see, right? That's all it takes, right? Just set up the way we want to see you set up, and that's pretty much all we need, right? All right. Okay, let's jump over to the euro. The euro USD. It's finally kind of peeking its little daily head here, breaking a break for it, right? Today, having a very, very nice aggressive move. Finally, right? It's been selling off for days. It's finally resetting a bit. So right now, I'd be targeting this low here. Right? That would be the overall target. Somewhere around there. You could even say this little range here from the low to that open close low, 107.09, 106.958. So that's what I'd fully focus on. 107 is probably your best bet right now. 107 would be the best bet there to the upside if we were to potentially make a lower high. But it's a pretty aggressive bounce back, which is good. So lower high would happen probably over around that 107. So watch that. If we go to a 4-hour time frame, you can see a bullish change of character has come into play and is starting to enter an imbalance here. Barely entering that imbalance. So if it were to do anything, yeah, like we said, that 107 you can see here, beautifully respecting it. beautifully respecting that before. So that's why it would be that key spot. Watch to see what happens at 107, and then we'll go from there. If it breaks through 107, right, goes up, retests maybe like this low here, 107.5, and it gives you a retracement bouncing off of 107, it could indicate that it has pretty much made its downside move. So it's time for its upside move, right? The nice thing about the euro is it tends to move very nice on the structure side, right? So it's structured back up like that. Essentially, it would be very similar here. It's structured down, right? Just like this. So we would want to see something like this where it structures back up like that, right? So pretty much that's all you want to see is respect, right? So in this case, not too bad. And also always pay attention to news, because we did have this structural break here, had that bounce back. We did actually, remember, we took a trade off of this before, targeting this previous high here. And we ended up, taking off that first bit of profit. But then I think the next day or later that week, we talked about the news, and it's always good to be closing any positions before those big news events, because something like that can happen, especially on the euro and the dollar. So really, really make sure you're keeping an eye on news if you're trading something like Forex. It's very important. Very important. All right. That's the euro for you. I think it's time to get over. Yeah, let's go ahead and get over to the other charts. Got Pepe up, ready to go. Guys, give me where's my mouse? There it goes. Pepe Cam. Buddy. First one we're gonna go over, Pepe choice. SEI, first on the board. Let's get it, let's go. Guys, give me 1 second, okay? 1 second. I bumped it. I know I bumped it. Okay. What this guy says, he's gonna lose his mom's house. What are you talking about? Goodness gracious. We're getting some funny characters through the other chat this week, guys. All right, guys, remember, make sure you hit that like button. We need to hit 120 likes today. Right now we're sitting at 100. We need 20 more likes, and we'll do a $300 giveaway on Friday. So make sure you tune in on Friday to be a part of that $300 giveaway, okay? Yeah, tune in on Friday. You do have to be subbed as well in order to be a part of the giveaway. If you do want 5 entries versus just 1, join the HODL gang, okay? HODL gang is literally $1. You just join it on the main YouTube channel or hit join at the bottom of this current live stream. If you're in the vertical format of the stream, you're not in the main stream. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel and click the other stream. All right, guys. 60 is very important here. 60 is very important on SEI. Let's go to that weekly, though. Weekly is quite interesting because I do want to... yeah, this is going to be the same across all exchanges, right? MXC is usually the one that stays around the longest. Yeah. All right, we'll just go to Binance, though. All right. All right, so right now, that 60 level is pretty key. Why? I mean, that's pretty much a pretty key level that it had before, and it flushed right through it, right? Created an imbalance as well, coming right through that 60 level. So we know that 60 is very strong. So first off, we wanted to be bullish on this whatsoever. We need to get through 60. For now, though, structure obviously still bearish. I wouldn't necessarily say you need to be longing it anytime soon. Now, if you're on a 4-hour trying to trade through an imbalance, we need to see this thing at least break like 56. But even then, it's like, yeah, this thing's got to show us a little bit more than what we're seeing right now. Daily's kind of meh. So going back to the weekly, though, the start of this thing potentially getting back into the 60s, 70, 80 range, it's first off going to have to close this week over last week's low, which was 41.63. So if we close over last week's low, it's the first good sign. If we can actually close over last week's closing price of 54.54, that would be even better, right? But overall, 60 is that kind of that key level to watch. Clear open close pivotal level on the weekly as well. So that's why 60 is a pretty significant spot to really focus on. If we can get back in that range, we do like it. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up a volume range as well here to just kind of keep a close eye on what's actually happening. But there you go. I mean, this is lining up at 60 as well. You'll get inside that value range, maybe go test 70, but overall, that 60 level is pretty important, so keep a close eye on it. But overall, this, I will say, is a little bearish in this current time frame that it's in. So that's why we wait for that 60 break, wait till this imbalance gets liquidated, and then go from there. Looks really nice if that were to happen. But overall, like we've discussed before, though, a lot of these newer ones, too, are all do your own research. So if you're, if SEI is something you've wanted to get into for some specific reason, if you think it's a good long-term play, any major dips like these are always good pickups. So it's kind of comes down to why you want to buy this for the long term, and if it's a good opportunity or not. Which in this area is not terrible. So you're getting good opportunity across the board. Let's move on to the next one. All right, let's get back to the.
When we finally got down to something which
On to the next one.
says he really wants to do, I would say to him, you do that.
That was SEI, my friends. Let's go to TIA.
The money.
TIA's up next, guys. The ones you're seeing on the wheel right now, the ones we're going to go over today, everybody that was in the stream earlier today had a chance to put in their suggestions, and then we throw it on the Pepe wheel. This is how the stream goes. That's why you tune in before the stream fully starts. That's why it's at 1 Eastern every day. So, yet again, we're getting these new ones. But it's all suggestions, so it's fine. We'll go over them. Let's see here. But ones we are going to go over, if you want to stick in, are this TIA. We got BNB, we got Jasm, we got Flux, we got Dusk, we got STX, aka Stacks. We got FTM, we got OP, and we got Tesla. Okay, those are the ones we are definitely going over today. So if you heard one, just stick around. It will be analyzed at some point that you wanted to hear. All right, same similar situation, guys. I mean, this is going to remain in bearish structure. I'm not going to be looking bullish on it. TIA, yet again, also in bearish structure, continuously setting lower highs. Not really much to talk about other than one of those lower highs has to get broken for me to even talk about this in the upside. But if we go to a weekly chart, similar situation. It's like, do we have this on any exchange where it's been around longer than what it's at right now? Let's go to MXC. Yeah, not really. So that being said, yeah. So the daily here, it's retesting order block right now. Still only a 15% order block. Down here, probably have a better level around the $5 mark. But again, you're coming into that, $10 psychological level because it's been trading well above 10. It hit 20 at one point. So $10 probably could have some psychological value to it that people want to keep it over. So what we need to see that is pretty clean consolidation to make sure this level is pretty much the level people want to actually buy this again off of before I would consider any upside moves on it. If we go to a weekly, you can see we've had 2 bearish weeks in a row. We're having a bullish week. That's a good start because we just flipped green probably today. if not yesterday. But you can see here, if we could close this week over last week's close of 1057, I do like it a little bit more than I would have previously. But the biggest thing here is this 4-hour time frame, right? 4-hour did break. It is trying to make that retest move. It did retest, but then failed yet again. So honestly, if I want to be seeing this thing close this week, we need to see this 4-hour break 1160s, right? Get through those 1160s there. Show us that it, this $10 is worth holding. Then go from there. But overall, it has finally shown a little bit better volatility, which is usually a good sign. It means people are getting out and new buyers are getting in. So when you see volatility like this, it can be a really good sign that people are starting to consider this price point a good price. So, then we just be patient, see if actually structure forms an opposite of what we've seen, and then go from there, right? So there's a lot. What do you mean price action? How you have price action? What? I'm confused too there. This is the price action concept indicator, man. It just gives you the price action on the screen for you. And you pretty much have to go about how it's, you have to understand price action too to really get a clear view, because a lot of times, like we talk about, is if you get multiple change of characters that aren't respected like this, then you can indicate that is a ranging state. When you get into a trending state is when a change of character or BOS is formed. BOS is trend continuation, and price is respecting those current levels, right? On this change of character here, if I draw a line, you can see price was then respected the last time it retested it, indicating that, this could be entering a trend. It had one more leg down, which is really nice. But even if I go back like here, you can see price then, the first time it made a retrace, it rejected below the last time it had that, the last time it had that structure shift. So it all comes down to a little bit of understanding how structure works, but it's there to guide you in the right direction when it comes to price action. So, but again, guys, this is way different. TIA is something new. There's a lot of volatility in this. There's probably people and developers that are more than likely holding massive bags of this thing. So they can dump the price, they can buy the price, they can do whatever they want with the price whenever they please. So TIA analysis with price action, that's not as good as it would be for like Bitcoin or like the NASDAQ or the ES that's properly being traded. Something like TIA is still very new cryptocurrency that can easily be manipulated by people that are holding large sums of that current token / coin. So let's go on to the next one. Okay, so that's the difference you got to understand with these newer ones. Okay. Price action doesn't work nearly as much with newer current coins. It's more so you want to probably buy based on long term. There's your STX. Buy based on long term potential moves. STX. What do you guys want? Yeah, Muhammad, you can try this one out risk-free for 30 days on our website if you want, luxalgo.com. Otherwise, we do have the number. We do have one of the. Did we jump up a spot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we did. We finally took over ADX. We have the 6th most liked indicator on TradingView now, and that is the free version of what you saw here. Okay, so you want to try out that free version. There's, we don't update it often, and it's just kind of the basics of what you're seeing on my chart, but you can try the smart money concepts. That is a free version, but we're already, that's pretty sick. 6th most liked indicator ever on TradingView. Gotta love it. We gotta take out some of these older ones very soon. It's coming. All right. Keep TIA for airdrop farming. Yeah. TIA, that's what I was saying. It's like, it's not necessarily one that's full on, it's not probably being traded very much, to be honest. It's more so people are just buying and selling it whenever they want to get, more or less, or move money around. It's not. That's the problem with a lot of the new ones. All right, stacks, stack it up. All right, stacks did break at a pretty key level with this current volatility. Previous high low there. A lot of volume was sitting at 250. absolutely destroyed it. It tried to respect it and then got dumped through just with the rest of the market. Nothing too crazy that we haven't seen already. Ahmed, we went over the NASDAQ earlier in the stream, so go back on the main stream. You're not in the main stream. Go to the other stream and go over the other, we went over NASDAQ in the other stream. Guys, we are sitting at, did we hit it? Let me see here. Look at the other streams. Likes. Guys, we're 3 likes away from hitting 120 likes. We're 3 likes away from hitting 120 likes. If you want to do a $300 giveaway, please click the like button. I'm still a little sick, man. I'm feeling better, yes, but still sick. I think one of my ears finally popped, which is nice. But we're getting there. Hopefully we can be good, perfect by the end of this week. We ain't looking over a whiff, I'll tell you that. What happened there? All right, so STX weekly chart back in that imbalance, right? Remember, on STX, we were very extended here. We were very extended the outside, so any type of retracement from there is pretty healthy. $2, we have a wick up to $2, but you know me, on a weekly, I'm open close guy. I like the open close levels. So, honestly, any type of consolidation or trading above that 167, I like. Obviously, this is yet again another really cheap asset to be keeping a close eye on. A very high volume. Okay, if I were to take this range that it was in before, which was here, right, and then the highs, which was here, then this area is kind of rough, right? There's just a lot of volume in this area. So this is where it would be nice if we could close above this area, because you never know what could happen. It could ping pong around again like it did before in this area too. You can even see here, if I even drag this line to where it was, it had that same issue when it came up into that area too. So that's why when people actually decided to buy it through this area, it just kept going. Now it's back into this area. So watching to see if maybe it ping pongs again between 179.82, roughly 180 to 240. But it'd be very nice if this week could close over that 241 roughly level there. Still been a lot of wicks over there, but it makes sense due to the weekly being so extended. So right now, this retracement isn't too bad. If we go to like even that pivotal point there, it's retesting the 618. If we go all the way to its last like mega swing low there, it's even bouncing off that 50. So the golden pocket's in play in both scenarios, which is a good sign. You can see it respected a previous high too here on stacks. All we need to do is respect this previous high. That's why I was saying above like the 180 is very nice, so long as it shows you that it wants to hold it. This week, though, it would be very, very nice if it could close over the 241. But I'm not a huge fan of this popped like this and immediately dropped back down. So going into the daily, you can see daily has broken into more of a bearish structure, right? Still in bearish structure on a daily time frame. So the biggest thing is, more than likely, I want this to go retest $2. That was a previous pivotal point in the daily. A $2 retest would be nice. It almost touched it. And then kind of make its way back to 241 and then set up for its next push back to potentially $354. That would be ideal. Let's get a retest of $2 first. Okay, so if we get that retest of 2, we show this range yet again a little bit more volume like we've had before. Even get rid of that. Show 180 to 240, a little bit more volume. Then let's set up for that continuation to 3 again. Okay. We went over gold earlier in the stream, guys. We went over gold earlier in the stream. Make sure you go back into the other stream, okay? To see gold analysis and some other ones. All right, let's keep going. STX off the board. Next one up on the Pepe Cam. Give something. Optimism. All right. OP, what am I doing? Alright, op. Where the ops at? Got my ops. I feel like we went over this yesterday. Am I wrong? We probably did. I just don't remember. Alright, Alright, Okay. So Optimism, we have a key pivotal point sitting right here on the weekly chart. Right? From the previous week. We had a very key pivotal point sitting right here on the weekly chart. And we had another one right here on the weekly chart. And there you go. So, what do we see? Well, yo, Victor, welcome to the HODL Gang, guys. HODL Gang is in chat for Victor. Welcome, Victor. Victor just locked in 5 entries to every $300 giveaway. So on Fridays, instead of getting 1 entry to the $300 giveaway, he gets 5 entries. And he does every single Friday so long as he is a part of the HODL Gang. If you want to join that, just go to the YouTube channel, click the join button, or below the main stream. If you're seeing the vertical stream, that is not the main stream. Go to the horizontal stream, hit join down there. You get 5 entries every Friday to the $100 giveaway. Welcome. It's literally $1. Or if you are a YouTube premium member, you get it for free. Bitcoin will not reach 100K. Bitcoin won't hit 100K. It will hit 250K. Grubs, I love you, man. You're right, brother. He's right. 250K is correct. I promise it won't. ICT said... Oh, my God. What did he say? Oh, jeez. I promise it won't. ICT said, I challenge you. I bet 50K USD. Save the screenshot. Oh, no. ICT said it won't hit, bro. Yikes. Not ICT. The guy that doesn't even trade crypto. Not him. Not the ICT Lord. Can't disrespect him, man. Victor, welcome, man. Appreciate you. Oh, no. ICT said so. Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. Well, we will say ICT is correct when it doesn't hit 100K. Okay, buddy. Let's wait. Let's just give Bitcoin cycle a chance first. Okay. All right. Let's get back to OP. Let's get back to OP. All right. So here's your pivotal points on the weekly, right? We have a pretty much new chart. This thing started trading on the Tether in May of 2022. So OP coming back down. Look at where it wicked, right? It wicked right in the middle of those 2 perfect pivotal points on the weekly chart, right? 2 pivotal significant pivot points. Look where we bounced before. A perfect pivotal point at $3, right? So Beetlejuice said Bitcoin gonna hit 440K. I love you, Beetlejuice. Screenshot my comment and wait. Bitcoin hit 440K, dude. I love it. Let's do it. We'll see. I mean, man, 100K this year. It's like it'd be shocking if it didn't. To be honest, if it's not this year, it's coming soon. All right. Bitcoin. The crypto market and ICT's teachings are completely different. Way different. Way different. Whole different era there. You got worldwide versus US. But the US is making a bigger impact, I will say, on the crypto market with the current ETFs. But there's also new ETFs launching in other countries now, too, on other markets. So it's hard to really go against being bearish on Bitcoin. It's really hard to be that way. All right. Okay. OP though. Let's go to that 4 hour. Remember this wick here. Remember that wick. All right. Let's go look out on the 4 hour. Insane. Look at that wick right there. Boom. Tagged it. Closed back up. Nice hammer candle there. Comes back. Finds consolidation. Clearly that level above 2 is significant. So that being said, it's trying to create a somewhat of an early reversal on the oscillator, but again, we're still in bear structure. I'm not gonna look bullish on this until we got a bear structure. But this is another one. OP. If it's something that you've done your research and like OP, this is a good time. Okay, that's all I can say. This is a good time long-term wise. Okay, these are all opportunities long-term wise. Yet again, all opportunities long-term wise, not for trading. If we want to be trading it, aka getting out, buying today, getting out, this week or next week, then you wait for bullish setups before you even consider that. But right now, daily, yet again, bouncing off this very significant price points here off the 122, right? Or sorry, off the 192. So this is where those weekly levels are pretty key. Bouncing right off those pivotal points, you got to love it. Can't get better than that. This weekly candle is very nice because so far, we're Wednesday this week already, and this hasn't even gotten close to testing last week's low. Last week's low was 2.07, so the fact that it's actually not even wanting to go down there is a very good sign that this has dipped enough where maybe at some point we get some bullish setups on lower time frames, but for now, weekly's still in a bearish structure, right? So, watch his live, bro. He said, my bro, wanna bet. My bro, wanna bet. I challenge you. Hi, bro. Do you even know liquidity? ICT is your dad, bro. Hey, tell ICT this, though.
Who's your daddy?
Okay, we'll talk about that when it hits 100K. I'm gonna spam that button to you and ICT when it hits 100K. All right, let's keep going. Overall, though, OP off $2. Gotta love it. Bro said, tell daddy. Do you even know liquidity? ICT's your dad, bro. That's exactly why he... okay, I'm not even gonna go there. Not even gonna go there. All right, let's keep going. Dude, we've been having the best confrontations on the vertical stream on YouTube these days. It's been great. Yesterday, had a too few interesting people hop in, man. Man. It's funny, he comes in saying... Okay, whatever. No, I'm not even gonna go there. All right. We're pretty good over that $2, though. The weekly looks solid. Let's just see if we can close over... This week would be ideal on OP if we can close over 233, okay? 233 would be nice. That's last week's close. Okay, so OP closing over that this week would be nice. The oscillator is retesting a previous pivotal point, though, on the weekly here. We go to that daily, though, still in the bearish structure. If we were to actually trade this, right, we need it to break into more of a bullish structure. So it needs to get up over 350, in my opinion, for this thing to be tradable to the upside, right? Otherwise, we're still looking downside. But it is inside a pretty key level. It is inside a pretty key level. Yeah. Yeah, Doberman, I do. Especially people that, like, jump into the chat and are like... Everything you say is wrong. There's only one way to trade, because that clearly is not correct. There's like it's whatever way works for you. That's the best part about the market. It's the best and worst part about the market is everybody has an opinion, right? Nobody's going to be 100% of their opinions, but if you just read the price, you can be pretty darn close. And you can trust history, right? We're trusting history here. It's not me saying 100K. That's not me. I'm just going by what history has told us, and that puts us at over 100K this year. If you're gonna go against history, that's your own fault. I'm not gonna judge you for going against history. It can change. History can easily change. But if it's happened since 2012 or whatever, I mean, why would I go against that? It's happened. This is the fourth halving that would line up to be the exact same move. Okay, so I mean, it's interesting. I will say it is interesting. Volume is different too, so there's a lot that could happen. It could go bigger. It could honestly go bigger. But there is only one way to trade. You're right. That's the ICT, though. That's for sure. So, right, the only way to trade is ICT. Don't doubt it. All right, let's go to BNB. All right, let's see. And half the time we're not even trading on here anyway. So, all right, BNB breaking down below that value range, right? We want to get price above the value range. Look what happens. If it does, it's the first time in history won't repeat itself. Exactly. And you know, history doesn't always repeat itself. That's why yet again we jump back to this beautiful chart that we saw. The psychology of a market cycle, the hodler's cheat sheet. It's like right now we're in that doubt phase. It's like it doesn't matter if it's happened for 10 plus years. It's still going to be doubtful. It's like, what? Could it really go higher? And then it gets up here and people are just like in disbelief. This should say disbelief. It's like, it's so funny. It's just hilarious. It's just so, I'm a genius. You know what? When this thing hits over 100K, everybody tweet at IC. ICT that we're all geniuses. Euphoria. This is one of the best. I haven't read the bottom. Panic. Shit, everyone is selling. Depression. I'm an idiot. This is awesome. It's literally, it's like I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. Then the other side of it, the bears come in. I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. And that's the cycle. It's like the bulls say I told you so, and then the bears say I told you so. It's literally just back and forth until prices are at $1 million. That's so funny. All right. Yo, guys, we hit 120 likes today. Great job. Great job. Great job. Great job. Great job. That meaning to Friday, we do a $300 giveaway. So make sure you tune in on Fridays to be a part of that. If you guys have already won the giveaway, I'm sorry. Today is my catch-up day. I will be reaching out to you after the stream today. So I'm sorry. I've just been sick trying to get back into the groove. Appreciate your patience. All right, BNB. Let's get back at it. Okay, so BNB, remember we had that trade set up, and guess what? We locked in our profits right up here at 633. Ended up rejecting yet again. So, you know, when you see that wick like that back to reject, it's always good to just close out or move stops for the rest of your position to break even. Because usually we hit TP1 and TP2. It's always good to have stops in profit. Always. So we did hit TP1 and TP2. We left the rest to just ride and then stops in profit. So let's keep continuing here. I don't know what happened to the bot today. RIP bot in the chat. All right, or errors in the chat for the bot. So yeah, that's, oh, man, we tagged that beautifully at the 130 or 630 level. Coming off of that now, remember we said that value range, we are below it. Well, guess what? Look what happened. When we're below it, we decided to create a change character. So with that change character there, you know, where's my next target? Well, right now we have a pivotal point on that daily. It has tagged it already and closed up, right? We are potentially retesting it again. I kind of would like to see a retest of roughly the 500 level. This is, you know, trading around 500. A retest of the 500 could be quite nice to give us that little, confidence that 500 is a key support. But it even looks like today there's some decent volume. Yeah, yesterday had a really aggressive volume. If somebody's showing his trades on social media and P&L is always perfect numbers, that's not. Yeah. Here's the thing. This guy said, "Bro, do you know Mummy Daddy?" What?
Who's your daddy?
I'm your daddy. Janik, it's almost impossible nowadays to know if it's real or not, unless somebody tells you. It's like I even tell you when we take trades on here, it's fake. It's like it's honestly impossible because even like a lot of the Forex people, they are in talks and affiliates of those Forex exchanges, so they can actually ask the Forex exchange to make P&L seem like it's on a real account. They can adjust it however they want. That's already kind of this year, or I think the past 2 years, it's kind of been shown by some people that have been told that, and that are, you know, on the insides of how people are going about showing this crazy P&L. Like if you ever see those Forex things where they're trying to flex a real account, majority of the time is not. They can just work with the broker to put real fake profits on a real fake account, if that makes sense. So it's quite interesting. But there's already been 2 or 3 of those prop firm companies on the Forex side that have been shut down because of stuff like that. All right, so structure still bearish, right? BNB 4-hour bearish structure. Here you go, Abu. Here you go, Abu. We rejected a beautiful imbalance, aka in your language fair value gap, but imbalances have been around a lot longer than the FVG terminology. It just so happened to be a bear flag into that fair value gap below a structural shift, or an MSS, whatever they want to call it, on the other side of the planet. On BNB here, beautifully rejected. I'm sure you would have taken your short right there with your ICT trading skills and targeted probably this previous low down here. Or if that was the session low, the session low. So there you go, breaking back down after a beautiful bear flag into a bearish imbalance. That's been around for a very long time, before ICT. But coming back down here, bouncing off pretty much key support the bottom of that daily range. So obviously, you know, here you go, history repeating itself yet again. History shown that $500 came into quite a decent play, right? A lot of volume trading at that level. And yet again, we're already showing a decent bounce off of that. We're going to see that continuation. But if we get a full-on retest again, that's pretty much what we're watching. We're still in bear structure, though. So watching for that break above 550 would be our first initial idea that this structure or range could be holding on the daily, and structure could be breaking on a 4-hour chart. But going back into that weekly, guys, which we haven't even looked at yet, this is pretty awesome. Seeing right here is that we have a very clean pivotal high there, a very clean pivotal high here on the weekly, and then, you know, right up here yet again, very clean pivotal high that we never got to, which we did originally target. So right now, so long as there's a reason why we've wicked this week after week, and it's pretty much coming from this weekly period right here. Okay, so weekly significant high there, weekly significant rejection there as well. These are all just key pivotal points that we are lining up with, that is being respected on those lower time frames. So the only difference here right now is the fact that we are very extended on the oscillator for the weekly chart. So a healthy retracement is fine. It would probably drive you into this bullish imbalance here, which could work. But if this BNB is actually going to continue, which, you know, BNB's picked up with everything BNB has been through, right? With everything BNB has been through, Binance, you know, has stuck through it, right? They haven't officially been shut down yet. They're still grinding strong. They still have a U.S. client base, which is good. We can't trade leverage in the U.S. On Binance, but there's a Binance.us. They're pushing everybody that's originally was able to access their, you know, their margin trading from the U.S. is now not allowed to. So everything is becoming more of a legal standing point, which means that BNB is going to be a lot more successful in the long run. So, you know, from here, from its last pivotal point, you know, we got that beautiful golden pocket lining up in an imbalance. So everything's kind of lining up there. If it were to dip down here, it'd be kind of healthy due to the fact that it was very extended on the weekly chart there. So anywhere in this range would be good on that pivotal point if we were to get it, right? I would want to see this thing in that 500, but if it's going to hold up above 500 by itself, then that's okay with me as well. So we would want to see this thing then go retest that last previous all-time high. So 3 bearish weeks in a row, still getting bought up, hasn't fully retested last week's low on BNB. Looks good, but remember that 4 hours still bearish, right? 4 hours still bearish. So we would have to see it set up over this the 500 level to indicate that that price does fully want to hold. So watch for a bullish setup if this level was hold. If not, we'll watch down to 450. Yo, Pat, what up, buddy? Viral City, got any tips for a starter forex trader? Dude, the biggest thing you can do for yourself is watching the charts every day, man. Studying charts every day. That's a good start. And then really do some research on price action. But the more you look at price action, the more you start understanding it. That's the biggest thing. You want to just continue to look at price action. It's going to really help you. And then don't overcomplicate it. That's the other thing. It's patience. Don't overcomplicating, and making sure you're actually keeping a consistency at watching it. Because with anything, it just takes time. Don't rush it. Do not rush it. Impatience is what ruins most traders. Impatience is the biggest thing. Don't feel like you always need to get into a trade. That's the other thing. Consistency. Yeah, consistency is key, but having an A+ setup is really good. Guys, you got like the biggest thing besides simplicity is creating a black and white strategy. If you can create a black and white strategy, meaning that you can sit down, you have a strategy in place. If your strategy doesn't line up, you just don't take the trade. That's the best thing you can do. Find a strategy that's black and white where it gives you exactly what needs to happen. If it doesn't happen, you don't take the trade. But when it does happen, you take the trade with proper risk management, and then that's it. Then that way, it gives you the patience you need to actually be a trader, because it does come down to patience. If you're just blindly jumping on the charts and trying to predict where price goes and actually trading it that way, you're going to end up failing in the long run because you don't have a set system. You don't have a set system. The reason I say, everybody probably talks patience, they talk mindset, right? That's always a huge thing in this market. But all of that comes with a black and white strategy. All of that comes with a set strategy. So that's why we push big time having your strategy locked in stone. You don't change it. You stick to one strategy that you know works, and then you just do the same thing over and over again. Because if you're then waiting on that strategy to set up, you're waiting for each parameter to line up for yourself, then that patience just comes with, waiting on your strategy. It's that easy. That's why I say you don't need to overcomplicate it. It's all about waiting on that, whatever strategy you're using set up. What's up, Dave? Viral City, we do have a Discord you can join, man. Just search Lux Algo Discord on on Google, and you can join it. Otherwise, we're just here streaming every day, man. So just jump in the stream. We talk about everything trading. All right, let's get into Dusk because we're a little. Yeah, we're going a little slow today because of we don't have Bitcoin predictions, so it doesn't matter because of our halving talk earlier. All right, let's start with the weekly here. A lot of the things we talk about here on the stream, though, guys, we do remember we have a strategy set up that we always look for that's played out beautifully multiple times. But a lot of things we do look for on the stream is just key levels to keep an eye on. Things that are more on the investment side versus the trading side, right? So just understanding key levels is a good start as well for those of you that are beginners. And the weekly makes it quite easy. If you're also new or you're a struggling trader on that end, if you're not doing top-down analysis, then that's where you need to start. Every successful trader, I promise you, is looking at higher time frames. Some do monthlies. I would suggest starting with the weekly and the daily and really figuring out where good levels are, because even that simple change can fix a lot of problems. So, like, in this case, it's, we're looking at these altcoins that get pumped like crazy and all that. But when it comes to like Forex and these things that are highly just traded versus invested in, you'll see it be a lot more significant. But even here, it's just as significant. So Dusk on the weekly chart, I'm going to mark off very key pivotal points on the weekly. Right? We got 48. We got 42. We got a key pivotal point here at 23. Right. These are all very key pivotal points. Now, if I go back in time here, Dusk decided not to respect any of those levels, this is where it gets quite interesting, because sometimes when you have assets like this that are traded or under a cent, and it's a cryptocurrency, technical analysis isn't as important as belief in this technology is. So Dusk right now versus like Bitcoin, where like obviously these levels are very, very sought after. So like this weekly, right? The weekly 60K mark is already showing key reactions off of that. We have that 65,500 we talked about because of that weekly level, right? And that, came into play beautifully this past beginning of April. So there's a lot of things depending on these altcoins that come down to it. So for now, guys, on Dusk, it did make that awesome breakout, but it immediately got deleted. So it is still, like we said, in bear structure. It actually respected that 40-cent level there already within being inside that imbalance. Lower highs are being formed still, so it is still in bear structure. We can see here on Dusk, it did try to create an early reversal, so it is showing a little bit of reversal status on the oscillator, which is a good sign. Structure's changing a bit. For me, though, I would want to break through that 40 here to give me a potential idea that this could be maybe coming back to retest some previous highs. The next previous high from this one would be sitting right up here at around 46, 47. So I would want to get through 40 show me some clean reversal setup or even clean support off 40 and then go up from there. Otherwise, I would still be bearish on this, maybe a retest of that 31 until it does want to show me a breakthrough 40 yet again. So right now, still bearish, leaning bearish over bullish for sure. Daily time frame as well, rejecting obviously that imbalance there. Still looks bearish. This is, could be an actual bear flag formation if it does anything like this, right? It could be a bear flag. So it's just interesting because it is coming into play with some previous highs as well, sitting here where it's trading right now, but it's just dusk, one of those. It seems like it's been around for a decent bit. It has some crazy spikes, but this is one of those currencies you can already tell, or tokens, you can already tell it is a volume mover, meaning that it has random volume spikes that drive this price. As you can see here, there's no consistency in volume. So overall, it's more so either waiting on that next volume spike for potentially taking a trade into, or just, taking a look at higher time frames like a weekly, considering good value, which in this case, good value right now to me would be down back to 20. I would want to see this under 30. Anywhere in the 20s could be potentially good value on Dusk because it did disrespect a previous pivotal point. But it seems like under 30 could be a good spot where it could be worth, a longer term move. But again, this is yet another currency or token that's worth doing your own research on. And I would highly recommend that on something like Dusk. So it is interesting seeing some of these. I don't look at these very often. But I appreciate whoever put this in there just to look at it. All right, let's keep going. All right, Tesla. We'll go to Tesla. Tesla. So y'all know the drill. We talked about Tesla 160. Just so happened to get Tesla right now down to 156. Hallelujah. All right. Tesla 156 sitting there now. As you can see here, we do have earnings coming up on Tesla on the 23rd, which would be next week, next Tuesday. So be on the lookout for that. Why, oh, why have we been short on Tesla? Well, we have discussed this on stream quite a few times. You cannot see this on a vertical stream right now. But Tesla's 2023 was very flat, okay? End of the year did very well. Kind of saved its ass at the end of the year. But it had a very flat 2023. So going into this year, right? This first quarter is what we're really focused on because you can see here, quarter 4 of 2023, it did have a 112% increase on its net income. So that's the biggest thing to be keeping on. Do we increase into this next quarter? If that does happen, it could be a very good sign to maybe 2024 being a good recovery year. But overall, you can even see here, like, its net revenue was only up 3% versus last quarter was, of 2023, the third quarter was 8%. And before that, it was in double digits. So there's a lot of interesting stuff here to be talking about. But that pre-tax income was still down to 44%. So seeing, though, the net income being still much higher than what we've been seeing in the previous quarters, good sign potentially going into this next quarter. It's going to need some decent report for this thing to get off this 156. So we've talked about the 160s. We do like the 160s from that weekly potential value level off this 32% order block. So we're really going to be focusing on this earnings coming up. But overall, this level right now, I don't think it's that bad of a price. We'll keep a close eye on it. Like we've been talking about, this is all good potential opportunity when you see major companies like Tesla and stuff dipping like this. But Tesla overall, I mean, we've known this has been hyped up on its price quite a bit because of Elon regardless. But, Elon's been more focused on his space exploration than anything else. So it is quite interesting to see where Tesla's been the past year when Elon is not as involved, even though it's still his baby. We all know it is. So That's what I would say for Tesla. Just keep an eye on this next report coming up. And that's going to be pretty key. That's the best part about stocks is we have actual data to go off of with its value. So let's continue on the wheel, Mr. Pepe. And get it going. Man. Pray the sickness goes away end of this week. There you go. Jasm. A lot of newbies again today. FSD subscriptions about to hit Tesla. Interesting. I haven't fully looked into that yet. But again, yet another earnings. Oh, damn. Is this the first BK? Is this the first time they're doing this? Oh, they're reducing it. Do you think they're gonna get more? They slashed the price down to $99 a month from $200. I wonder if they get more users. Full self-driving. Yeah, that's actually quite nice.
Yo, what's up,
So I guess we'll see. Maybe we'll get a nice movement on that. We'll see on the next earnings. All right, my friends. Jasmy. Man, some of these are just crazy. Crazy ones y'all want to look at. Okay. In the value range, my friends. In that value range, let me go ahead and get the Pepe cam off of there. In the value range on Jasmy here, meaning that we want to see this break in either direction before we consider any trades, right? This is a daily chart. I would want to see this get over 232 on the set side, okay? Or below 158. So that's a big focus here if we were to consider any direction on this. I would want to see those break to either side. 1 second. Okay. So really keep a close eye on that. I would suggest right now it is more leading on the bear side. Let's go to that 4 hour here. 4 hour is, still setting lower highs, but it's having issues. You can tell it's starting to potentially show some people buying off this order block already. But honestly, for me, if I were to trade to the top of this range, I need to get over 2 cents. At 203 would be very nice. Give me over that. I'll trade the top of this range quite nicely, but it is testing the bottom of the range. So in order for ranges, to be tradable, you have to just see it shift between bottom or high and low, right? So in order for that to happen, I need to see some type of structural shift like this. You got a bullish chart. You wait for it to actually set a higher low. You take that next move into the previous range high. So it's very possible to trade those ranges, but that 202 looks very solid. Let me see. He said, can you please show me the best way to place a fib drawing with a long position? Yeah, man. I mean, you pretty much want to look at the most key pivotal points for a fib position, for a fib pull, right? They have to be on key pivots in order for that to happen. So if you want to set pivot 2 on the price action concepts, you can go into its settings, go to style, and you can check these. Actually, I think we moved those. I'll have to find it. The label. Hold on, where is it? I'll figure out where we moved it. I know we fixed it to make it easier. I just have to figure out where it was. But we'll show you the lower high and higher low and higher high labels there to make sure you're identifying them correctly. But for now, guys, yeah, for Jasmy getting up over that 204 would be very nice. If not, that the bottom of this range is sitting somewhere around 1.6, and even down there, I don't know. There's a lot of volume that's traded there due from its last volatility when it got up into this range. But on the daily there, you can see very clean, to be honest. I like that. And it's quite interesting actually seeing the weekly here beautifully rejecting this previous open close kind of pivotal point there. I wouldn't consider that as significant as this would up here at 3.6, but still coming into play. So We would need to see a really nice, strong week for this thing to break back into this very, very large order block that I used to have from its crazy volatility back in the day. So that's, you know, I'm not a huge fan of this one just because of that big craziness there from it starting off, but we'll see where it heads, you know. As long as it's in that daily range, you know, we're gonna keep a close eye on it, okay? So go back in the stream if you want. How do I feel about the allegations? What allegations, George? All right, let's go over to Flux. We'll save the last one. We'll save FTM for last. I got you, demonic. Man, this is very depressing, man. We were having so much fun in these big bull runs, and then it just so happened to just take us out. Yo, George, you got to be more specific, brother, on whatever I don't know what you mean by allegations. I don't know what that means. That could be anything. That could be in sports. It could be in freaking whatever. I don't even know. It could really be in anything. All right, first off, guys, for Flux, we mark off our pivotal points, right? That's pretty much how we start the day. Marking off pivotal points. Now we got a pivotal order block sitting here as well. Here's your weekly pivotal points. Flux decided I didn't want to respect any of them. I get it. I get it, my friend. Hold on. Who's at my house? Oh, never mind. So, yeah, 9-2 here. Pretty interesting because look what happened last week on the 9-2 here, right? 9-2 closed over. Closed over the 9-2 from that previous weekly pivot. We had closures over here too. Never had a bullish closer above that pivot. Do I expect today Bitcoin to fall at 55K today? Probably not today. But, you know, that remains to be seen. Now, 9-2-2-6. You know, honestly, this week would be very nice on Flux if we close bullish. Show me that it wants to treat some, you know, pretty key weekly levels. Again, so if we go to even to the daily time frame, right, we could see that, you know, it has tried to close up over that level, still hasn't. It's been failing. So daily still in a very bearish structure, right? This is quite interesting because this is literally like a mountain. It's a mountain range. Like if I just take off the chart there, just, you know, nice little the world of crypto right there. That's what I call that. So, and an altcoin trading under $1 as well. Quite interesting seeing this like this because, in this case, goodness gracious, yeah, the bot is here. It took an hour for the bot to get here. It took till the end of the stream for the bot to jump back in. George said, it's good. Just been going around asking people about allegation. There isn't any answers. You're a good man. What? That doesn't make any sense. James, yeah, I think major altcoins like Solana and Ethereum, I guess you could say it's an altcoin. A major altcoin like Solana, absolutely. It's going to move very closely to Bitcoin. Just a lot of volume. It said allegations. That's so funny. Yeah, literally. What do you mean? What were you talking about? Like, allegations to this sandwich that went bad? I mean, honestly, it could be anything. It's like, that might have gone bad. Okay. I don't even know why I said that. Okay. 92.26. That's the price right now on that weekly. Be nice to close over. If it closes underneath it, honestly, this thing doesn't really know what it wants to do. I mean, this kind of, it's not fun when you see a straight up chart just get demolished like that. So Flux, you know, this is, again, this is just people buying probably into that, you know, hype, the overall crypto hype rally part of the altcoin cycle. There's just so many altcoins now that it's not, it's like which one to choose from in this scenario. Flux has been around a lot longer than a lot of these other ones, so a lot of people might move volume into newer ones. So I would just keep an eye on the 9.2. Dollar is always significant. If we can get over $1 again, we could talk about it again, but I just don't like that it's breaking every key level here on the weekly. That's not a good sign. Allocation. That's so funny. Real Madrid or Man City? Yeah, James. I mean, I'm very bullish on Solana. FTM. Well, and if it doesn't end up working out, then we'll all go down together, okay? Because I'm very bullish on Solana. All right, something finally respecting some key levels here. So we have a key pivotal here. Sorry, lining up with a previous key pivotal, and guess what? If I mark off this key pivotal point, which just so happens to line up with this key pivotal point, pretty much the exact same level. Then let's just glance our way over and see these beautiful wicks off that level. Let's go to the daily time frame. I mean, there you go. So FTM actually likes respecting. Actually like respecting levels. Wicked down, wicked the beautiful weekly level that it rejected before. So you can't get better than that. Finally found support off of it too. On FTM right here. Found support off that level. So above 56, we're happy, right? We're very happy above weekly levels. So if it's going to respect 56, it's going to create a little bit of consolidation. Show us that maybe we can get a reversal above 56. FTM we like. I do think FTM is one of those other altcoins that actually could make decent runs because it does usually have consistent volume compared to these others. Now, obviously, all altcoins are going to have random volume spikes too, but FTM seems to have decent volume compared to a lot of these other ones. If I want to be bullish on this, though, for the daily time frame right now, we have to get over 80, okay? 80 is pretty key. 4 hour, though, we dive into that beautiful wick off of that weekly level. Can't get better than that. 80 would be a great break. 80 would be a great break. Get us through this imbalance here after that major sell-off. Show us that it wants to hold up above that weekly level, indicating that, you know, it is significant. And, man, if you got in off that week level, you're a god. 56, man, it could have been your price. You could have had a beautiful 20-cent move. You could have a 20-cent trade off of that. That would have been insane. Roughly 20 cents. Got close. Even that, though, above 80 is what I would really like to see. A good step one would be above 75. That is a level it rejected twice on FTM. Black and white colors here, guys. 75 is key. First break, then 80 from that daily. 80 is a good spot from the daily. So getting over that open close daily low there, and obviously treated as support before too. So let's see it get over that. Let's go back to that weekly one more time. This retracement, right? We come from a weekly pivotal point. Retracement is holding up over the 618. It's a good side. It did wick through it, which is not the best side, but the fact that we're closing above it is always a good start. So we need to see a bullish week come into play. Hopefully, maybe this week we close bullish, which means that we would close over last week close of 71.24. So let's see if we can close over that price and go from there. The last pivotal point we had in this range, though, very aggressive pivot here at 91. I'd be watching that. That'd be the other price I'd look out for. Let's go to a daily here. So if we had not really much reaction there. So that could be a good first target, though. If we get through 80, it would be 91 from there, going right to that 111. But that's a little bit further out, as you can see here. This is, when it completely just destroyed that level, right? Here's the difference, right? This here got destroyed here, and it got destroyed here, right? To both sides, right? Usually not as significant. Now, these here, right, haven't fully been destroyed just yet, right? They've, this one came back, retested, bounced right off of it. Then it got, kind of knocked out on the way down. But again, it hasn't retested to the upside potential. Only the upside. This one here got tested to the upside, got tested to the downside. These two levels have only been tested to the downside and bounced once, then broke the second time. They have not been tested to the upside yet. So they just got tested to the upside, didn't break through. That's why we had that clear reaction. Now, let's see if we can go retest it again. We probably break through the second time. So I would really watch that. Jacob, we need a 1 second time frame live trade today. All right. Let's do that. Trump's just said the stock market is going to crash worse than 1929. BK, is that true? Did he say that? Or is that just rumors? Is, you know, sometimes you'll see reactions according. Can we do tick charts? Dude, I actually used to look at tick charts a lot. To me, it doesn't really look like Trump just said that or even believes it because, you know, we're just chilling. So I don't know about that. Could be rumors. Trying to spike. This guy's trying to spike fear over here. All right, guys. Again, though, gold trade, where's it at? Let's see. We are closing a little red here. We've got an hour left on this. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and close down here. Let's do... Wait, no. Trade. Sell. Oh, actually, no, that's what we can do. Why don't we do that? Let's just trail a stop. Let's do a stop trail right here into tomorrow. He always says a lot of stuff though. That's just part of it. It's all part of his shit talking. It's all part of his shit talking. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just put a, you know, stop for profit there. If you've been in this trade with us, we've, you know, closed out majority of our position, but this is our last 3, so take out 2 more and let 1 more ride. Why not? Let's go to the Bitcoin 1 second chart, have a little fun with it, and then we're gonna call it a stream. A little more time today because we went over some craziness. 1 second chart. Let's get it. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna put it on the end screen. That's the easier way to do it. Here we go. End screen. Bitcoin trading. Okay, here we go. 1 second chart. Y'all asked for it. You get it. Paper trading. Again, let me remind everybody that this is the 1 second paper trading y'all been asking for. One more time. We can do 100 Bitcoins. Man, I sound like a smoker. All right. Give me those turning points. Y'all know the drill. Give me those turning points. Here we go. I can't believe the bot came in late. That's so annoying. That's so annoying. All right, we need full extensions, my friends. We need full extensions. Let me get rid of this music here. Get a little hype up in here. We'll go back to the old intro. That being said, while we wait on Bitcoin to actually give us a decent little setup, guys, we appreciate you being in here. Remember, on Friday, we're going to be doing a $300 giveaway, so make sure you tune in on Fridays. If you want to be a part of the $300 giveaway, you have to be a part of the main stream. If you're not seeing the horizontal stream, you're not in the main stream. If you're seeing a vertical format where my screen is like cut off up here, you're not seeing the mainstream. So make sure you tune in to the mainstream on Friday in order to enter. We might get a bullish setup here, guys. We need to come back down. Let's create a turning point right here above the 50 level. Again, this is a Bitcoin trading on a 1 second chart for fun. Turn now. Dialed. We're in. Let's go. Here we go. Where are we going to go? 100 Bitcoins. Get the breakout move, baby. There you go. Come on. Give it to me. Stop loss. Putting it down here. But yeah, guys, so make sure you tune in to the stream on Friday to be a part of it. Yeah, keep going. Give me 10K. 5K locked in. Moving stop right here. We're going to lock in 2K profits. Lock in 2K profits. Back up 5K. 6K. Give us 10. Keep going. Give us 10. Keep going. We're locking 2. Uh-oh. We're locking 2. At least 2. 5K again. Bring it in. Come on. Make it go. Had our beautiful setup there. Give me that 10K mark. Come on. Come on, Bitcoin. Rally up, rally up, rally up. Guys, Friday, $300 giveaway. You have to be a part of the mainstream. We want to be a part of it. If you're a HODL Gang member, if you join the HODL Gang, you get 5 entries rather than... Go, baby. Go. Go. 7K. Give me 10. Give me 10 and I'm out. Give me 10 and I'm out. You get 5 entries rather than 1 if you're a HODL Gang member. Just go to the main YouTube channel. Let's go. 11K out. Bop. Boppage. Boppage. Great job. Well, we lock in there like 12 or something. Great job. Good moves there. Ideal setup. But yeah, make sure that you are here on Friday. Other than that, guys, make sure you follow the Twitter, by the way. The Twitter, we give daily analysis, literally all day long. If you've seen BK in the chat, he's one of our main Twitter guys. Guy's way smarter than me. He gives... He knows the ins and outs of the market on a technical side and an informational side. And you know me, I'm mostly technical. So, guys, you know, but we always pay attention to news. Y'all know the drill. Make sure you go follow the Twitter. We do constant analysis all day on there. Okay, it's at Luxalgo on Twitter. Starting to blow up. But we also give you current market updates, right? The minute they come in, we give you those market updates, things that you need to know. So it's very straightforward. You should be able to understand everything we post on there, and we don't just flood your feed with random crap. It's actually good information. So make sure you go follow that Twitter. It's starting to blow up. And besides that, join the Discord, okay? Just Google like this, go Luxalgo Discord, right? And you'll see our Discord under Discord servers. You can join the server. It's absolutely free, nothing you have to pay for. But if you also go on our website, luxalgo.com, we have a library with a bunch of free indicators for you guys. Literally hundreds of free indicators. You do not have to try out our premium indicators if you don't want to. You can go check out all the free ones. Some of these are actually available on other platforms like Thinkorswim and MetaTrader. If you just go in, you can even filter them out up here. You can go to all platforms and you can click like let me click Thinkorswim, right? And now I know that like the predictive ranges and the fair value gap indicator, all of these are available on Thinkorswim as well. So a lot of free indicators available as that. But if you do want to try out our premium indicators, you do get the risk-free chance for 30 days to try it out, see what you think. I don't stream on Discord. We do have Mickey that does stream on Discord. He goes over the indicators a lot more. So go check that out. But that being said, man, we locked in the 10K already on our Bitcoin 1 second trade. Insane. Yeah, it's paper trading, man. I'm not gonna. No one in their right mind is gonna be trading Bitcoin on a 1 second chart. You're crazy if you do that. But we do it for fun here at the end of the stream because it has been good. I'm starting to think maybe we should trade on the 1 second chart because we've actually been killing it in a way. So that might be a thing eventually. Just blow some money on the 1 second chart. But you know, see if we can get in one more trade here. And I don't think anybody's buying 100 Bitcoins on a 1 second chart. Just saying. But it's all for fun, guys. Yeah, so make sure you check out those links. If you haven't seen it already, I'm going to go ahead and post it in the other one, too. Here's our Discord. And then, did we post our Twitter in here? Can't believe the bot came in so late. And then follow our Twitter and obviously check out the website, too. So we'll see if we get another setup here in about 2 seconds. And we'll go from there. But other than that, here's the Twitter. We appreciate you being here. Friday, $300 giveaway. If you're part of the HODL gang, you do get an extra. You do get an extra 5 entries, okay? So make sure you join the HODL gang for your extra 5 entries on every Friday giveaway, okay? Really appreciate you guys. I don't think we're going to get a setup here. I think it's stuck. We had a really good setup there a second ago. Maybe here. All right, let's see it one more time. Give it to me. Give it to me. We're way over on stream time today. Almost 2.5 hours. I don't think we've ever done that. Maybe once. Maybe one time. Extend all the way up. Come on, baby. Extend all the way up. Give it to me. I don't think it's going to do it. All the way. Real fast. Real quick. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Yeah, it's not going to happen. All right, guys. I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow, 1 Eastern sharp. Oh, maybe get something here. Maybe get something here. 1 Eastern sharp, though, right back here on the Luxalgo YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will see you then. I love you. Have a good rest of your evening, and HODL gang strong. Join the HODL gang. You want those extra entries. I'll see you soon. Peace. Where's my cam button? There it is. Bye.
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
Oh, at the last second, we might have had a trade. Didn't close us out. Didn't close us out. Oh no. And tagged it. Didn't close us out. Oh well. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.